Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 1 loss. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.1 kilograms. Representing Corvus Gauteng, South Africa, and fighting out of Zimbabwe, please welcome the challenger, Nicholas the Saint Hwende. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 2 losses. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.2 kilograms. Representing Soma Fight Club, Bali, Indonesia, and fighting out of South Africa, please welcome the reigning, defending, undisputed Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Champion of the World, Nkosi, the King of Many Nations, Ndebele. For referee instructions, it's the Bandit, Decky Larkin.
Seven, man, you beat over the rules. Listen to my instructions out all times. If I tell you stop, you stop and break clean. Any questions from the challenger? No. Any questions from the champ? Touch gloves, get this done.
Not just for the pride of the African continent, but the opportunity to be the undisputed bantamweight champion of the world. Straight off the bat, you can see the reach advantage of Nkosi Ndebele. But Hwende is incredibly fast.
Nkosi measuring his opponent, throwing some shots. Brave Nation, he's throwing these shots from the outside, not to land, not to cause a knockout, but to get a reaction, and he's getting it. Beautiful technique there from Hwende. Caught foot, turned his hip over, popped the heel into the belly. Very, very slick.
Both these guys are championship level, world-class fighters. And Nkosi, we see every time we see him inside the Brave Arena, we see evolutionary growth. It's incredible. This bout scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
Nice little flurry, followed up by a low kick. That is a characteristic combination from Dutch kickboxing. It's the dominant style in mixed martial arts today. That was a beautiful example of it.
Nkosi Ndebele trying to work from behind that jab. It's an incredible kicking game from Hwende to open up. Even if those kicks don't land on the head, if they continue to land on the forearm, they can cause a problem.
Yeah, a big problem. If the shin, the highly conditioned shin, lands on a forearm, it can break it. Nice use of the elbow by the champion. It's a block an incoming kick. That hurts.
And this is the championship mentality of Nkosi Ndebele. He's using this first round, the early stances of the first round, to get a read on his opponent, to download data. He knows he potentially has 5-minute rounds, so he's not gonna make any crazy decisions right off the bat.
He's got 5-minute rounds, and he's got a resting heart rate of 33. The only other
That's
athlete
crazy.
I know of with that heart rate is Usain Bolt.
That's ridiculous,
He
Carrick.
can fight for 15 rounds. This is beyond a world-class athlete. Michael Phelps, 38.
That shows you just how supremely well-conditioned Nkosi Ndebele is.
Usain Bolt, Nkosi Ndebele, 33.
Mine's about 103.
Mine's about 200 watching this fight. Nice combination.
Smart.
Uppercut from the champion, went up to the head with his feet.
Nice combination work from Nkosi Ndebele. And he never looks phased at all. Always maintains such a wonderfully calm demeanor.
Picked off another body kick with his elbow.
Tried to land over the top. But again, he lunged forward. He realized he was out of range, and he didn't continue to charge forward. We see a lot of fighters do that and end up getting caught. He knows exactly where he is. Oh, he got wobbled a little.
Could have been a wobble, could have been a slip. I'm not sure. I didn't have the angle, unfortunately. A little bit of luck. We'll get to watch it on a replay.
Hwende trying to get in on a takedown. Nkosi Speaking to Yusuf Webe and Big Mike, they say they have wrestling in Soma, just a lot of the time they don't need to show it.
Traditionally, Brave Nation, Hwende has always chosen to wrestle at least at points.
Great hips from Nkosi.
You're seeing why. He's doing an excellent job getting close, but no done deal yet. And if he does get down the champion, then he's got to hold him. And it's not just a saying, holding somebody down in the sport's tougher than getting him down.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Good knees in the clinch from Hwende.
Champion threw a knee, got caught briefly. Little warning from Hwende, you knee me, I'm gonna grab that leg, might throw you on your head. Hwende again going, trying a head outside single.
Nice elbow. The genesis of bringing Hwende up was that elbow strike. Beautiful from the champ.
1 minute left in this, the first of 5 rounds in this world title fight, main event.
8 wins as a professional for both fighters. 5 finishes for Nkosi Ndebele, 4 finishes for Hwende. And Nkosi doing a good job of just trying to bring good break, brought that posture up and separated.
Hwende did a nice job of striking on the break, illegal in boxing,
Oh.
highly legal in MMA.
Beautiful right straight, right down the pipe from the champ.
Hwende walking forward, now circling out, measuring his opponent.
Nice pivot step from the champ.
Hwende threw that from just a little too far outside. Excellent little knee. This is how you win rounds. You throw just a little shots in here and there.
It's all about those little microaggressions within the round. Because if we're looking for those, you can be sure that the judges are looking for those. For me, Carrick, I'm going to have to say I believe that's a 10-9 round for the champ. Whilst he was being pressured against the cage, I believe that he was the more proactive fighter. He was preventing Hwende from taking him down. He landed a beautiful straight right down the pipe, and those little knees were money for him.
I think he was. I always ask myself the simplest of questions. Who hurt who more? I think the king of many nations, Nkosi Ndebele, hurt his opponent more. But that technique in the opening seconds was absolutely beautiful. Caught kick, rolled the hips over, popped the heel into the ribs. It can actually cause injury because the opponent does not expect it.
You see some of the work done by the champ, and this is...
Oh, that was a big shot that Nkosi caught his opponent with coming in. Hwende very wisely got in on those hips. Bang, there it was, but it was Nkosi that dropped backwards and ate a little bit of a left hook as he was going down.
I said he got wobbled. I have to correct myself and say it was more of a slip just to reassert what happened. But again, I believe that the second round is now even more dangerous for Hwende because it has given our champ a full 5 minutes to download the data.
Yeah, huge. I've long tried to explain the single biggest part of this sport that you can't see immediately is that downloading of information. In my experience, the champ is a master of it.
I'd like to see him work behind that jab just a little bit more. Hwende, obviously an expert of the kicking game, believes that that might be a sure route to victory for him.
If I had to guess, I would imagine that Hwende has been practicing to fight against a long jab. I think he spent months trying to practice against it. I think the champ thought he would hit him with some different stuff than what he was expecting, and that's what we're seeing so far. That is the other side of the highlight reel.
Little bit of a blind takedown, a naked takedown, if you will. Wasn't set up by the champ, which gave the challenger that microsecond to adjust.
I think it was set up by maybe a slightly foggy brain. Tried a Superman punch, got clipped.
Double underhooks now for Nkosi.
Hwende fighting to get in on those legs.
Nkosi needs to bring that level of Hwende up. He needs to get his back off the cage. Cannot be. Just as I say that, he reasserts his dominance in the center of the Brave Arena.
Good round thus far for the challenger. Nice little body shot. I love seeing body shots in mixed martial arts. They're, of course, a staple in boxing, much, much less so in the cage.
Oh, big shot over the top again. When Nkosi uses that jab, it lands. It's pinpoint. Just needs to be.
Nkosi a little too close to that fence. There he moves off.
I was just about to say, Carrick, great minds think alike, and apparently so do you and I. Nice straight again from Nkosi.
Beautiful frame from Nkosi to stop the counter. Again, he's playing chess here.
Oh, he's up in the output. There's the commitment to the jab that pins the head of Hwende back.
Hwende called him in for more, but
that's not smart.
What it means is, I really don't want a lot more of that.
Nkosi perhaps over-committing a little bit to the hooks.
Nkosi again has just eerie skill. He starts to check a kick sometimes, almost before it's begun.
He's working behind that jab beautifully, switching stances, giving Hwende. Oh, that's a beautiful step-in knee.
Step-in knee, grab the wrist. Was just, I can't say I understand that takedown.
No, unless there's an impediment to the champ that we're not aware of that's forcing him to shoot for these takedowns, but he lands in the unenviable position of having Hwende on his back. Is this under the chin?
It's very close, but it is not.
Hwende has one win via submission. That came.
It is on that throat now.
His only submission win did come by way of second round rear naked choke against Taka Mandu. So he does have form for it in the second round.
Ndebele's now out. That was a scary moment for his corner.
He's still not out of the woods just yet. Hwende readjusting, trying to get that rear naked choke. And Nkosi doing the right thing. He's 2-on-1, not on the choking arm, but on the arm that's behind the head. There's a little bit of a verbal exchange there between the two combatants.
It's become something of a specialty of the champion. He had some great banter with the champion in his second to last fight. Love you, Shorty, but you're not going to win.
Even just the little things that Hwende's doing in this position, covering the mouth with the glove, making things difficult for Nkosi, very, very smart.
And doing a very good job of staying in complete positional control.
Oh, this looks a little bit deeper. He's on the jaw, he could still get it in this position, more of a face bar. But Nkosi has to keep those hands clasped onto that arm.
As we've talked about, Nkosi's got Zulu strength in those arms. 30 seconds to go. In this, the second of a 5-round championship fight.
Carrick, if I'm being entirely honest and as objective as I can, I believe that this is enough to win the round for Hwende. If he maintains this position and lands some shots.
We are in accord.
Oh, he's gone palm to palm, has he? Can't quite see. And Nkosi's toughness shining through. 10 seconds left in the round. Carrick, give me your thoughts, please.
I see this fight now as being 19-19, but this is a 5-round championship fight. You don't see anybody typically go out and try and blast their opponent out in round one, because if it doesn't work, you've got another 24 minutes to deal with. We're going to get a look, courtesy of Top 10, at some of that action from the second round, one that we believe was won 10-9 by the challenger, Nicholas the Saint Hwende.
It's the second time in these two rounds that we have seen Nkosi shoot for the takedown without setting it up. And I fail to believe that he's not aware that he needs to do that. Is there perhaps an impediment that we're not aware of?
I don't believe it's an impediment, Phil. I think he wants to show his opponent that he can beat him everywhere, and I don't think he can. I don't think Nkosi Ndebele is a better wrestler than Nicholas the Saint Hwende. I do believe he's realized that by now. I think we're going to see a little bit of a different strategy in round 3.
Myself and Carrick believe it is a round apiece going into the third. 3 of a scheduled 5 for the Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Championship.
Nkosi's been told to turn it up a little bit.
Switching stances once again. Hwende being very intelligent by not chasing Nkosi Ndebele and walking onto his shot, forcing the champion to come to him.
Nkosi bouncing back and forth now.
Lovely movement from Nkosi.
Again, Brave Nation, and Nkosi sometimes realizes what's going to happen almost before his opponent does it. That's what we saw right there. But again, you saw the same brilliant technique against a caught kick from the Saint.
We may have, oh, beautiful exchange. Hwende trying to get in on a takedown once
There's
again.
those hips we've seen and we know.
And
Champion's got heavy, heavy hips.
And that's bound to be a little demoralizing for Hwende when you get the takedown defended in such devastating fashion. But he goes right back to it.
Beautiful timing. Came under that big right hand. He's in deep on the hips. I'd like to see the Saint throw some shots from there, just trying for a takedown. Does not count for much, and it does tire you out.
He's trying to get the hands connected, trying to pick off at the ankle, but Nkosi intelligently drops to a knee, lands a beautiful elbow.
Beautiful elbow. That, Brave Nation, can cause a knockout. You saw that head pop right up. There was a very good reason for it.
And the thing about the elbow is it then distracts the opponent who's trying to get the takedown, which gives Nkosi room to get that level up. Hwende doing a good job of just maintaining that pressure.
Hwende not getting the better of where he is, though. He's getting very close to a takedown, but he just ate two big elbows on the side of his head.
Nkosi does a great job to get back to standing. I'd like to see him split that base just a little bit more. Dig in for an underhook and try and bring that level of Hwende up.
Again, these little shots the champion is throwing are very, very smart. In a position like this where not much is happening, 3 shots to the head, right knee to the body, left knee to the body. He's doing enough easily in the judge's eyes to be winning this. I'm not sure the Saint realizes it.
Midway point of round number 3, and indeed the fight. Takedown attempted. Nkosi springs right back up, but once again, fantastic pressure from Hwende, Kirik.
Yeah, I do believe in my heart, Phil, that Nkosi wants to prove he's a better wrestler. I don't believe he is tonight. I think what he should be trying to do here is separate, get off the fence, separate, and get back to attacking from the outside.
Wasn't far away with the short elbow. At what stage in the corner of Nkosi Ndebele do you say abandon the wrestling and turn this into a kickboxing match? Right now in the open forum, nice uppercut from the champ.
Mouthpiece may have popped out. Deck Larkin's going to wait for a moment when there's no action to reinsert it.
Nice heavy hips. And that is top tier level refereeing. I see lesser referees separate the fighters in situations like that.
Perfectly done, so perfectly done. If we didn't mention it, most fans probably wouldn't have seen it, and that is perfect refereeing. If you don't see it, it's perfect.
Trading foot stomps and knees in the clinch.
The Saint coming back now, throwing some of those little shots from the inside of his own. 1 minute left.
Decky Larkin's seen enough. He wants to see activity. 1 minute left in the third round. A round I believe Hwende is winning.
Hwende's hand is landing now.
Oh, beautiful, straight from Nkosi.
Champ's hand is landing. The champ's knees are landing. That leg shot is a consequence of a couple of big shots.
Once again, good pressure from Hwende, and it's smart when you think about it, Kirik. He's pressuring the champ against the fence. He's taking away some of the best attributes, that being the striking game that our champion Nkosi Ndebele possesses.
He is, but the champ is throwing more little shots from the inside. Excellent smothering by the Saint. I don't think he landed enough shots. Phil, who'd you like in that round?
Do you know what? Once again, I'm going to have to go in favor of the challenger in that round. I think he was the one dictating the pace, putting it on the champ.
Because Phil is wrong, we're going to have to go with a 10-10 in that round. I saw it just ever so slightly in favor of the challenger, in favor of the champion, Nkosi, the king of many nations, Ndebele. I would like to see him stop doing this, or I'd like to see him stop proving he's got better wrestling. and instead prove he's got the better striking. Bang, bang. After watching that, you surely have to imagine he does.
If you're in the corner right now of the champ, Nkosi Ndebele, what are you telling him he needs to do?
Circle and strike from the outside.
Perfect.
Don't move straight forward with your shots.
Also, I'd like to see him start really utilizing the jab. Instead of looking for that big power shot, that'll come once you establish the jab.
And it comes off beautifully as you circle from the outside. Little offer of a glove touch. No, it was not.
I believe it's a stray bit of tape.
Little bit of tape sticking out. The bandit rips it off, puts it in his pocket, and ding, 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 round 4. Brave Nation, we are now into the championship rounds. We are now into the very definition of deep waters.
Nice shot from Hwende to open the rounds. Nkosi once again occupies the center of the arena. Oh, that was almost a hook come elbow from Nkosi.
Beautifully timed. Nice kick from the challenger.
Trying to find that inside leg kick. He cannot allow Hwende to get in those close quarters. Give him something to think about when he takes that step forward. Trying to land a counter hook. Hwende once again trying to get in.
Nice uppercut from Hwende. Beautiful moving back and forth between the wrestling and the striking now from Hwende. Grappling doesn't work. Bing! Moves right into strikes.
Hwende's doing a really good job of negating that reach advantage of Nkosi.
I would say as well, Nkosi's not doing the greatest job of using it.
Beautiful right straight down the pipe from Hwende. Nkosi's trying to land a lot of standing elbows, step-in elbows. I'm wondering, has he maybe done some damage to his hand that's preventing him from popping the straight shots?
I don't see him favoring one hand over the other. Don't believe the hand's injured.
Now trying to swing underneath, has the back.
Back take, might see some knees.
What can he do with it? Does a good job to take the opponent down, switch to the hip.
Got a long time left.
Hwende in turtle position, no sign of Nkosi trying to get the hooks in just yet. The scope is there to do so. One hook, two hooks.
A little bit high.
Yep.
He may get spun to bottom.
He's not trying for a knee in that position. He was the absolute rascal. Good switch to the arm here. Hwende does a good job to get one hook alleviated, two hooks alleviated, now finds himself in the dominant position. What a grappling exchange.
A little bit of a technical error on the part of the champion. Let those hips get a couple centimeters too high.
Hwende has a hold of that ankle, now takes the back
good
himself.
Ankle control, looking for a seat belt.
We've seen how good Hwende is when it comes to the back take position. This is where Nkosi needs to be very, very careful. One hook in for Hwende. Trying to work for a second roll from Nkosi. If Hwende sits up, he could find himself inside the guard. Beautiful work from Hwende. His grappling and wrestling is so on point right now.
Ndebele wise to try and stand now rather than play from guard.
And he's not a grounded opponent in this position. He can get kneed in the head.
He most certainly can. Bahrain, always on the cutting edge of the sport, has long implemented the refined understanding of a down fighter under the unified rules.
Has the hands connected, may try a big suplex here. Again, trying to land little pot shot knees and foot stomps is Hwende.
Yeah, Hwende taking a page out of the challenger now, not just trying to grapple.
Reversal.
He's out striking.
Reversal of positions here from Nkosi. Nice knee right to the midsection. Here comes another. Carrick, if you're in the corner of Nkosi Ndebele, is there a little bit of urgency starting to creep in?
There's a lot of bit of urgency right now because he's not doing what he does best, which is throw those long shots from the outside and land the elbows as the opponent is trying to move in.
Not far away with the jumping knee. Yeah, Carrick, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Nkosi isn't fighting to his greatest strengths and keeping the fight where it would be most favorable for him.
There was that elbow. It's a lot harder to land from inside than if you can get your opponent moving in. Again, he's landing nasty little elbows there. This may be enough to take the round for him.
That's better work in the clinch. These elbows are nice.
30 seconds.
He's always going to have difficulty trying to take somebody down like Hwende, who has such an incredible wrestling pedigree. Once again, that gum shield out.
From a strategic perspective, I don't understand what Nkosi's doing. Stuck in the front head now. Head pops out and he ate an elbow.
That's a nice elbow from Hwende.
Hwende's done a brilliant job tonight of when his grappling fails, he goes seamlessly right into strikes.
Oh, beautiful break of the grip right there. Kerry, I'm going to ask you before you ask me. I'm going to put you on the spot. Call that round for me.
I like the Saint by just a little bit in that round.
I'd be inclined to agree. On my completely unofficial scorecard, I have Hwende up 3-1.
On my scorecard that includes your wrong determination, I have him up. I have the challenger up by a single round. I do think he is the champion. I do think it's incumbent on him to come out in this, the final round, and act like a champion. Dictate the distance, keep the fight where he does it best, which is on the outside, landing those long shots, and then as the opponent tries to close, landing devastating elbows. I'd like to see him stop initiating with a wrestling, a little bit of counter wrestling, fine, but only to get on the outside.
If I'm in the corner of the champ, I'm saying avoid the clinch at all costs. It's that simple.
Hwende's corner cannot know for sure, but I think they're pretty happy with what they've seen for the majority of this round. Nice shot from the champion. Landed on the jaw, perhaps glancingly.
Oh, huge shot from the challenger. And this is exactly where Hwende wants to take the fight. In the clinch, in that grueling position. Scores the takedown.
Got the takedown. Even if it fails, he's going to land a shot as the champion comes up. Bang, there it was.
Outstanding.
Beautifully timed. He's going to do this every single time. Whenever his grappling fails.
Is this the first time we have ever seen Nkosi cut in the Brave Arena?
To the very best of my memory, it is.
Wow.
That guillotine choke is not going to work. The champion wants to return to standing now.
May try and slip that right arm of Nkosi underneath the body and grab it with his far hand, but my God, Nkosi is leaking like a badly installed kitchen tap.
Hwende literally smells blood here.
Very good, Kerry. Enjoyed that. I'll tell you who's not enjoying it, our champion Nkosi Ndebele right now. And the scary thing is, the fact that he's cut is even more advantageous for the rear naked choke because that acts as a lubricant underneath the chin.
Challenger's way too high. Readjusted.
Shades of BJ Penn against Joe Stevenson.
Got an inside figure four from the back now.
Once again, Hwende trying to work for that rear naked choke.
Choke is not anywhere near the chin as yet.
And that is a lot of blood, Carrick-Jeunesse.
But the challenger is racking up points here.
And it's right on the eye line. That's going to be an impediment to the vision of Nkosi Ndebele. Nice elbows. Hwende using every striking tool available to him. Tenderizing the ribs and the body of the champ. Well, they say to be the champ, you have to beat the champ, and that is what Hwende's doing right now.
He's doing it right now. The champ is not launching any attacks. He was biding his time, trying to turn into top guard. Was wholly unsuccessful there.
With 2 minutes 30 left in the fifth and final round, Nkosi needs to pull a rabbit out of the bag. He needs to finish the fight in order to be guaranteed to being the champion. Once again, beautiful pot shot elbows from Hwende.
Again, the champion is entirely on the defensive here and is not having much luck with that. He's controlled positionally, and he is sustaining damage.
Nkosi Ndebele has never been submitted throughout the course of his professional MMA career. Many men have tried, they have all failed. Approaching the final 90 seconds of what has been a chess match of a championship duel, Carrick.
Nkosi looking down at that body triangle. Trying to decide which defense he's going to use.
Pools of blood collecting all over the canvas.
He's taken a lot of punishment. He is not yet attempting any. There he goes, and he's on top.
This is do or die for the champion.
The champ has got 1 minute and 4 seconds to rain down destruction and destroy. We're not exactly sure if that was the end of the round or if the doctor wanted to go in there. Doctor may have wanted to have a look at what was going on.
There's a minute left in the fight.
Doctor may have decided it was a prudent time in terms of fighter health and safety. Decky is now removing everyone from the Brave Combat Federation cage. Doctor, cut men. There was corners, getting everybody out of there.
Oh, the scorekeeper effed up big time. Oh, sorry, the timekeeper.
And they are back at it. They're going to restart him in the same position. Decky doing everything he can to try and undo what we believe was an error.
Oh, dear.
There is 1 minute left, and it's on. Nkosi has to give it all like he has never given it before. He is, we believe, significantly behind on points. He needs a submission or a knockout. He's got 30 seconds now.
Does Nkosi have what it takes to score the win with just 30 seconds left? He has to give absolutely everything.
Got some shots coming down. I'm not seeing fight-ending ones. He's trying to take it down to the ground. I'm not sure that's what he needs to do. Here's his opportunity. He's got seconds.
Can he land that one fight-ending blow and keep his title, or will?
He's trying it.
Or will we have a new champion in Nicholas Hwende?
Hwende on the offensive.
Surely that's time now. There we go.
And that is it.
A little bit of confusion to end the round, just adding to the drama. Carrick, I know who I believe won the fight. Do you believe it is Still or Anu?
What I don't know, Phil, is what the judges saw. I did see and knew. Nicholas the Saint Hwende came in to Brave Combat Federation, and he echoed the great Conor McGregor. He aped his final his famous words. I did not come here to participate. I came here to take over. I do believe he has. Courtesy of our global apparel partner, Top 10. We're getting a look at some of the action there. We see the blood of the champion on the floor. The challenger, the Saint, landing vicious, vicious elbows to both sides of the champion's head. In the waning seconds, champion bided his time, spun to reverse position. It's exactly technically what you do. We don't believe he did enough to take the round or the fight, but we are just about to find out. For the fighters, Brave Nation, this is one of the strongest, hardest, most difficult moments in the sport. Everybody knows you don't leave it in the hands of the judges in mixed martial arts. It just got left in the hands of the judges. Both these great men fought their heart out, and I will tell you who won tonight unequivocally: the great, mighty, powerful continent of Africa. First time in a world championship, it was Africa versus Africa, and both fighters showed tremendous resilience, technique, intelligence, punches, kicks, everything there is under the mixed martial arts sun. We just saw in the Brave Combat Federation cage, and after waiting for 2 long minutes, and by 2 I mean 2-0-0, the Roaring Lion of Brave is now in the cage. He's got the official judge's decision. Big man, who is it? Oh my gosh. Brave Nation, I apologize. We've got to wait just a little bit longer. Our president, Mohammed Shahed, is speaking with what may be the former challenger. Our head referee, Dickie Larkin, is now gathering the fighters center cage. Carlos Kramer, what's the story?
All right, Brave Nation. In our main event of the evening, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 48-47 for a unanimous decision victory. And now, Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Champion of the World, Nicholas the Saint Hwende!